Relationships are complex because we as human beings are complex. When individuals come together, they start to learn about themselves and the way that they communicate, as well as the way others communicate. This lesson will be exploring how relationships come together, how they are maintained, and how they can deteriorate. To begin, you will read Chapter 7 and Chapter 8, so you'll have 2 chapters for this lesson. Then I've posted a Chapter 7 PowerPoint and a Chapter 8 PowerPoint. These can be used as an additional learning tool for assignments and activities that you will be completing within this lesson. You are also going to be completing your second and final deliberative dialogue. So I have posted my deliberative dialogue lecture PowerPoint that you saw a couple lessons ago for your first deliberative dialogue to assist you in your final one. The votes have been tallied, and the topic with the most votes was standing for the national anthem. So when you are putting together your statement, which will include your stake, your source, statement of position, and possible solution, your topic will be focusing on standing for the national anthem. This, like gun control, is a very controversial topic that will really be exploring your values, attitudes, and beliefs that will influence how you create your statement. So the goal here is to be able to articulate thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic standing for the national anthem, but also engaging in those listening skills to be able to listen to what others have to say about their thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the same topic. Once you've created your statement, you will then record yourself reading your statement. You will record you could use either your webcam or your cellular device. If you've got an iPad, that's fine as well. But you'll be uploading that recording to YouTube, creating a link, and copying and pasting the link in the deliberative dialogue discussion titled Deliberative Dialogue Discussion 2. I've posted that in this lesson, so you can just click on there, and it will bring you to the discussion where you will just copy and paste your link into the comments and hit submit. You all did a wonderful job on your first deliberative dialogue, so please make sure that you review the feedback that I gave you in the rubric that I gave you via email. Let me know if you have any questions while you're creating your statement for this one, but this will be our final deliberative dialogue discussion for the semester. Once you've completed your deliberative dialogue, you must copy and paste that link no later than Saturday, March 24th. That way it will give everyone an opportunity to review and respond. You will be responding to at least 2 other classmates' posts via written communication or typing up your responses in the discussion. Replies need to be 3 to 5 sentences in length for each person that you reply to, and be mindful of the type of language that you use as it indicates in the instructions. Next, you'll be exploring and recalling a recent conflict that you've experienced, and this conflict can be at work, home, or school. You want to consider the underlying causes of the conflict and the roles you and the others played to initiate and maintain the conflict. In this worksheet, I'm just going to pull this up here. You will be, once you've recalled the conflict, you're going to respond to the following questions on a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 scale. And the scale is there on the worksheet. You can just respond right on the worksheet here as it relates to the questions that are being asked. Make sure you total your number of points, and then respond to the following 3 questions. What was your total score? Were you surprised? And do you think the score could change depending upon the relationship you have with the person in conflict? Why or why not? Save your responses on this worksheet. You can save it to your USB or to your desktop, and then you will submit to the Dropbox titled Conflict Analysis Worksheet. This worksheet is a prelude, if you will, to the conflict analysis reflection paper that you will be writing later in the semester. A couple weeks ago, I formally introduced your intercultural reflection paper, I've posted the guidelines in this lesson because your paper will be due by Sunday, March 25th, 11:59 p.m. You must submit to the Dropbox titled Intercultural Reflection Paper Dropbox. This assignment is worth 45 points. Once you've submitted that assignment, please read through the guidelines for the conflict analysis paper. This conflict analysis paper will be due in the Dropbox in Lesson 9 titled Conflict Analysis Paper. This will be due on April 8th by 11:59 p.m. You are more than welcome to work on it early and get it done early and just post it to the Dropbox. The general Dropbox is here. If we go up where it says Dropbox, you'll find the conflict analysis paper Dropbox. You can, if you want to submit early, you can do so by just going through that way. Otherwise, you can wait till Lesson 9 and the Dropbox will be in there. And again, that paper will be due no later than April 8th by 11:59 p.m. To finish the lesson, you are asked to complete a quiz from the readings on chapters 7 and 8. Because this involves 2 chapters instead of 10 questions, you're going to have 20. 10 questions are going to be multiple choice. 10 questions will be true and false. You are allowed multiple attempts up until the due date or until you reach a 100, whatever comes first. The deadline for completing this quiz will be March 25th, 11:59 p.m. Once you've done that, there's just a couple of reminders. It's a checklist, if you will, making sure that you submitted everything that's due within this lesson along with the time frame that was given. And then congratulations, you've completed Lesson 8. Once you've completed this lesson, you will have officially reached the midpoint of the semester. So with that being said, I ask that you check your grades in E360 and email, call, or if you're on the Eau Claire campus, the Business Education Center, you can always feel free to swing by and see me with any questions that you have. Keep up the good work.